COVID-19 pandemic has affected every aspect of life, including our health, economy, and education. As the cases of COVID increased all over the world, many countries had carried out measures to contain the spread of the disease. Hence, a nationwide lockdown was implemented for the purpose of preventing mortality caused by the virus. To ease the weariness and disinterest, people had been engrossed to many activities, and one of it is gardening or planting. Personally, I think the most interesting part in gardening would be this one. Are you aware that the concept of projectile motion can be observed in our daily activities like this? If not, then join me as I explain to you the application of projectile motion concept in gardening. As an overview, projectile is an object that moves along curved path under the influence of gravity. On the other hand, projectile motion is the motion of an object thrown or projected into the air. Projectile motion has two components, namely vertical motion and horizontal motion. For example, when you're watering the plants using the water hose, let us assume that the amount of water in the hose is only one force acting on it after it leaves the hose. The only one force that acts on water coming out from the hose is the force of gravity. If we look at the water shot straight up from the hose, it gives some insight. Since the water is going up and the gravity is down, it weakens the pressure of water to rise and then stop and fall back down and speed up. The vertical motion is a motion that happened if we apply the position just like in the video. We can use this position if the plants are near or beside you. The water that is moving vertically, the longer it will stay in the air. But if the plants are farther from you, we can apply this position shown in the screen. This is called horizontal motion. If the water is moving horizontally, there is no change in motion. The water would just move horizontally at constant velocity.
Now, if we put this vertical motion and horizontal motion together, it will create a projectile motion. Because the water will travel some distance up into the air before falling back down and hitting the ground or plants some distance away from the person who's watering the plants. And the path of the water is called a parabola.
The important thing that we need to know about projectile motion is that horizontal and vertical motion are independent in one another, meaning they do not affect each other. This concept isn't only applicable in gardening, but also in several activities we do in our day-to-day lives.